Okay, so you probably know the Fiora matchup a bit. Wanted to start Dorn Shield and then build right into Bramble.
Probably rush.
This game you definitely want Frostfire. You need the ability to kite because they have like 3 melee champs that are actually just going to run you down. Tell them yes. It's so sad. Well, you're not missing much if you're an NA fan, unfortunately. Yeah, that was Latin America, I think. Isurus that picked it. Yeah, level 1, you're just gonna let her push to you. I actually maybe would have recommended telling your jungler to start top and path towards bot, but it's obviously a little too late for that. Because the problem right now is that she's gonna have prio versus you no matter what. So what she could do is she could slow push into a 3-wave crash, and then she would just invade your jungle with their jungle, and Rammus couldn't do anything about it. I would also say try not to use your Q only to get the last hit. See if you can like last hit while also hitting her is the ideal situation. Because you want to preserve mana as much as possible, so you want to be a little bit more efficient. Yeah, there you go. That's good. I would take W level 2. Just hit the wave, just hit the wave. You can't do anything for him. I honestly would just recall and TP. Like the problem right now is that you could very easily get dove by Kane plus Fiora. Yeah, that's gonna look to outplay this. Nice, good dodge. Alright, cool. We survived the gank. Actually, stay for the minions. It looks like they won't be able to dive you. Nice, good trade. Then walk away. Perfect. You just want to do that every single time that if she wastes her parry like that, like it's so easy to trade with. Yeah, good bait. That's fine. Just hard shove. Look at river, see what's happening river. Okay. Uh we don't have demolish, we should just back off. Yeah, we won't quite be able to get that plate, but next time we're at their tower we can. Alright, get your bramble. Yeah, see, you did, like, the very first trade that you did with her was good, but after that, you need to wait for your cooldowns and, like, play it a little bit slower and make sure you're not just giving her free vital procs. That's fine, she doesn't actually get anything there, you actually still out-traded her. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. You need your cooldowns back. Just don't walk forward. Rammus should never be pathing top. You should always ping him away just in case. If he tries. Kind of nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah, probably should have ordered. Maybe with the bot side.
Hey, man. That's always my struggle, is that no matter how well I play the lane, I just have to wait and hope that my bot lane is doing well.
What is it? Would it be here? The
Yeah, you're correct in that sense. However, because you're against the Kane, technically he can just avoid that altogether. Um, yeah, it just depends on the champion, but for the most part, like the other one's better. Because obviously you see it coming more ahead of time. Now, I would highly recommend actually using your biscuits just because you have boots in your inventory that you just have no access to because they're just they're just being blocked by your biscuits. See what I mean? Wow, she didn't budge. That's actually fine. Like you still can win this. You can still technically beat her in an all-in. Mm, yeah, you kind of have to shove there because like you're too low to actually like walk forward. If you walk forward at all, she just kills you. Like she can run you down. Does she have her full item yet? Yeah. Basically impossible for us to actually kill her now. What you need to have happen is your bot lane needs to take bottom tower, and then you trade lanes with bot lane. Because as the game goes on, it just gets worse and worse for Ornn. Nice, she has no parry. I wouldn't chase her, but now I would recommend like trying to just get like a W auto on her and walk away. Yeah, perfect. The only reason we don't all in there is because technically she can proc all 4 vitals in the time that it takes for us to like ult. Yep, correct. But he's probably not going to do that. You also could TP to the dragon fight. We have unleashed TP now. You actually should be watching what's happening down there because, yeah, Fiora's TPing. Nice. And no more chase. We do drag. You should zone. Like Kane's trying to get in through the bottom. Nice. That was close. Okay, cool. Maybe we take bottom tower, but it's uncertain. I would definitely push it. Don't get baited by his W. He definitely has like a big old shield waiting. Like you can definitely stay here, but you can't all in him. Yep. Yeah, your goal right now basically should just to not take damage. Yeah, technically Rammus should be going to Rift Herald right now, but it's not a big deal if we lose it. I think second Herald is a lot less valuable than first Herald. It'd be easy. Oh, got a little too close. Yeah, that is a shield bow Olaf. Probably don't want to all in him. Yeah, by the time you walk to lane, you'll have it. Yeah, so Kayn is dead. We see Fiora top. We see Karma top. Only person that could be here is Olaf. Or, I guess technically Seraphine could be there, but highly doubt it. Yeah, so we're never going to be able to actually push against him because he can just clear the wave with like one axe. Yeah. Yeah, ideally we want to save our TP for Dragon, but if a team fight happens that like looks winnable, we should definitely use it. Otherwise we just chill bottom. I actually would recall, or hold on, Cassiopeia might be ganking here. Nice. Yep, that should be a kill. Nice. Dang, unlucky. Okay, I would say probably just recall now. Yeah. We go full Thornmail. They have so much healing on their team, it's insane. I would say walk bottom, and if you need to, TP to mid. Just keep like looking at it, just in case they like get caught. Someone's TPing bottom. Fiora's top. Get the bottom wave. Should hit 13 off of that and get your first upgrade. Yeah, at this point you just keep pushing bottom. If Olaf shows, you kind of just like back off, whatever. Do Krugs instead of like, because essentially, yeah, we're just wasting time if we walk towards him because we know we can't actually push past him. So it's better to actually get something of value. And our team's going to deal with Fiora, so we don't actually have to match her. I think he takes this tower 100%. Not much you can do about that one. He has a shield bow collector. It does a lot of damage. Look at your team, see if you maybe need to TP. Careful about walking into Olaf too while he's rotating. That works.
Uh,
You can... it's kind of sketch.
is
Technically it is doable, but it's just tough. Okay, you have Janna there. You should just ult immediately. Yeah. Wow, she got knocked up, Big Baron. Alright, cool. Upgrade her Moonstone. And yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, actually... Warmogs wouldn't be too bad here just because they have so much true damage. Um, like the thing about armor is that when you have enough of it, it comes to a point where it's like not very cost efficient to build more armor. Yeah, and like you're gonna have enough armor off of just having those 3 armor items. So it's better to just get more health. Plus you get more armor as you upgrade people's mythics. Totally fine to just walk away from her. You do have your team coming, so you can bait it. I would say just go ahead and ult her. Okay. Now we just hard shove bottom. We should get tier 2 off of this. Don't be afraid to just auto attack the tower. They can't do any damage to you. Okay. Congratulations on having the winning bot lane. If her shield bow procs, you can actually upgrade it mid-fight, and then she'll get another one. Oh wait, she went Gale Force? No, okay. I would just chill, just go back to Dragon. We don't have to fight here, although Cassiopeia is very far forward. Yeah, it was kind of dumb for her to be there. Careful. You don't win that. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, for the most part, your side laning and like team fighting was fine. I think the big thing that I noticed immediately is there's two things: your wave management and your what's the word for it? Tempo would be the easy buzzword to use, but it's more like your ability to understand when you're wasting time, basically. In League, you should always be trying to do something to maximize your like XP and gold gains. And there were times where you would walk forward in the lane against Fiora, and she would just zone you off with the CS, and instead of like going to ward or going to do a jungle camp or just pushing the wave in general, you just kind of stand back and like hope that she wouldn't kill you, which essentially is wasting time. The one gank in particular, you knew after you died to it, but like the Kayn coming up to you, you didn't have any wards on the map, but you had 2 wards in your inventory. Um, I think the very first gank that Rammus did, I think you actually just should ping him away. You were level 2, Fiora was level 3, and it was a big wave. Technically, it is playable, but I don't think it's worth trying to go for. It's like in terms of risk reward, it's like a 40-60, where technically you can win it, but there's a higher chance that she wins it, and if she wins it, you guys get so screwed for the rest of the game. She probably gets double buff, kills Rammus, kills you, gets a bunch of gold. Like she's gonna be level 5 when you're level 3. Yeah. Um, hold on. I need to pull up the replay on my stream. 1 second. Here, I will stream it in Discord so you don't have to watch the stream delay. What's up, Kieran? Okay, so technically, whenever you're under your tower, like this, and your top laner like tries to go kill your jungler, basically, you cannot help him. This is just a super doom scenario. Because if you try and go for him, well, you've got an entire like wave under your tower. You'll miss out on that, and you'll be an entire level behind. Because she's already level 4, you have to get this entire wave to hit level 4. So even if you come down here and get a kill, you're actually going to be behind in XP, which makes it even harder to lane versus Fiora, especially once she hits 6. It's super hard for Ornn. The only time that I would help my jungler in these situations is if, like, he's really healthy and you have to have a feeling knowing that you're going to win the 2v2 essentially. But since you're Ornn Rammus against a Kayn Fiora, very highly doubt it, right? Oh, and then the other thing too is the way that you play trades. I think you should always just try and avoid getting vital procced. Eating one is fine. Yeah, this is where I was like, this is kind of a scuffed situation. It's really bad, and you take so much damage for it. And like, realistically, a good top jungle will dive you here every time. They misplayed it, and that's the only reason you get to live. But like, once you get to higher elos, you die here every single time. Like, they misplayed this horribly. And then I think you 100% have kill potential on the Fiora. She's only... How much health does she have? 400 health. Like, literally double W auto QE would kill her. But you have to, obviously play it smarter. What I would say is anytime that you want to look for the trade on Fiora, always go for the W first. It's way easier to land. It's so predictable for someone to parry QE. Like, even a bronze player could parry Ornn Eing at you, right? But it's so much harder for a player to react to W auto. If you cancel the auto, sometimes they just throw out parry because they think you were going through with it. So it's just like the easier outplay potential. Only way you land QE is if they don't have parry or they have their monitors off. Or maybe they're playing from Korea, I don't know. And then, yeah. Easy kill for her. Not the end of the world, though. Like, it sucks for us, but game is still playable. See, this is good. I really like this trade. Remember that you're running Phase Rush, not Grasp, so once you proc that Phase Rush, you just run away. This is totally good. What I would do is, instead of positioning here, position more like right here. Yeah, and you still want to be in range of the XP, because like you have so many casters that they're gonna kill all 4 of these minions. It's fine if you miss them. It's not a big deal. Nobody expects you to be up in CS versus Fiora.
Yeah.
And like, look, we're walking forward. We have no Q, no E, no W, no phase rush.
Yeah.
How much health did we lose there? That was so much. We're at 1,000. Bro, we lose like 400 health? That's crazy. And the thing is, she also lost 400 health from your trade, right? So if as long as you're thinking about like the cooldown economy, just her cooldowns are up, mine are down, wait for mine to be up, outplay the like micro situation, then I use my cooldowns, you win the trade every time. Now obviously like we get to do whatever we want here because we have Cassiopeia. I don't mind the flash. I don't think it's necessary, but you know, it's fine. You wanted to get the kill. And then like I said, we won't be able to... We both can't respond to whatever's happening down here, but we also don't have Demolish, so we can't get this turret plate. So honestly, you just recall. Look, Fiora's already up, running, sprinting it back to lane. By the time you actually recall, she's here. So what I would like you to do is freeze in front of your turret, and I think that that's the biggest thing for you, is that you need to work on your wave management. If you recall sooner, you get back to lane faster, obviously. Like, instead of being here, you would be probably here, somewhere around here. Yeah. So you'd be you would be walking up with this wave. And so what that means is you can contest Fiora on the current wave. And as long as you're outplaying the situations of like dodging her Q, baiting out her parry, you play those situations correctly, she loses the trade, and then you have the wave on your side. Now she has to overextend. That's when Rammus can actually come top. And even if he doesn't come top, you're still winning the trades. So you could potentially just solo kill Fiora. But because we get there late, he's already killed most of the wave. And technically, we could still freeze here, but it's harder to trade with her because she has the minion advantage. And again, it's a losing matchup, so like trades are going to go bad for us anyways. And she still somehow manages to mess up that trade. That's crazy. And yeah, like I said, we just keep walking forward, giving her free vitals. And it's not only the damage, but also her sustain. Fiora doesn't have any sustain if she's not hitting vitals, but if she does, well, she's getting a lot of health back. You'd probably be missing an extra like 150 to 200 HP if she didn't hit those 2 vitals. Yeah, each vital restores 58 health, only goes up per level. So it is pretty important. Hold on, I need to toggle vision. Okay. So, yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think we should be doing right now? Right. So if we're on this line, it's more likely for someone to come through here or through here. I mean, obviously it's a Kane, so he could just come through this back wall and you would never know it. Right. And that's what I was saying about the time wasting here. We actually spend so much time not even contesting the CS, We're just like, you know, we're just standing here. And we're still giving her free vitals. And technically, Kayn wasn't even up here for like 30 seconds. It's only now that he starts coming up top. But if you did put that ward here, would have spotted him from a mile away. Yeah, now it's too late. The crazy thing is that she almost misplayed that. I think one thing you also could think about doing here, and granted, it took you a really long time to react to the Kayn, but so the second that she starts moving forward like that, she actually missed her Q. She hit it on the minions, but not on you. If you ult, like just straight up ult right now, and then E away, then you'll have enough time to E where Kayn is, ult the Fiora, burn her parry, and now you can still keep walking this way. And you're forcing her to stand still for that ult. You see what I mean? So like, she's putting out less damage on you, and Kayn isn't red Kayn yet. He's only got whip, and he's not, he doesn't have form. So he doesn't actually do as much damage as you would think. If you did manage to get away here, like if you E immediately, she wouldn't hit this vital. She is just now getting her Q. And then like, I don't know, there's definitely a chance that you just get away here. Let's see, I think I had one more focal point. Actually, the replay doesn't matter. So, as an Ornn, sometimes you just run into these matchups where like you can't match someone's push. Say they're running Fiora, Trundle, Camille. Eventually, they just start getting to the point where you can't 1v1 them, and they just keep pushing your turret. This is going to be hard for your elo, but you actually do need to ping your bot lane or mid lane, whoever can side lane better, to have them match the Camille, the Fiora, whatever, instead of you. And like I said, it's because you can't contest them, right? It's just easier for them to. This game, it ended up being your Cassiopeia, I think, which is really good. She was able to match Fiora fine, but there might be situations in the future where, you know, maybe your bot lane isn't winning, they're losing. Your mid lane is losing. So in those scenarios, it's better for them to match the flip pusher, because one, most likely it'll end up being like 2v1. So it's easier for your bot lane to deal with Fiora than it is for you. Maybe they find a kill, maybe they get a shutdown, they start pushing turret. Suddenly they're back in the game, even though they were losing to your bot or to the enemy bot lane. I think we already discussed before about how like you should be trying to freeze in front of your turret and just not letting Fiora bully you off of waves. What do you think Fiora's biggest weak? What is one strength that Ornn has that Fiora doesn't? Okay. Uh, aside from that, what's something that you can do in lane that she can't?
Nope.
Yeah. Yes, but I'm looking for a different answer. It's wave clear. So Fiora takes forever to clear waves before she gets like Ravenous Hydra, right? She has to burn through everything to even stand a chance of clearing this wave. And knowing that, she doesn't have her full item yet. She's only got Sheen, Caulfields. What you should be trying to do is just hard shove this wave because you just have the bigger wave. If she ults you, then you can just back up. You have Phase Rush, you could just proc it on her and run away. You have Flash coming up in 3 seconds if you need it, but you probably won't. So instead of being scared here, I would stand on top of minions. I would fight her on those. You have Bramble, so it's not like she's gonna super giga sustain. Your whole goal here should just be to contest this wave, make sure that she can't push it towards you. Because the other thing too, the Kayn has Rift Herald. We saw him take Herald earlier. So if Kayn wants to, as soon as Fiora reaches here, Kayn just comes up behind you, summons Herald, nothing you can do. You just have to walk away and give up a bunch of CS and your tower. But if the wave is always on their side, you're never going to summon Herald top. And yeah, we're just kind of giving up wave contests, right? Look at how big our wave is. And we're actually just letting her hit it for free. The other thing is, if she's hitting the wave, she's not hitting you. So you can force out a trade. You can force out an uneven trade. Like if she auto attacks a minion and then you W her, even if you don't go for the auto afterwards, you still did like 200, 300 damage to her. But yeah, we're kind of just spending a lot of time in this zone. This is actually the worst zone to be in. This area right here. It's the only area where Fiora can run you down, the only area where you can get ganked from like 10 different angles. So ideally, we either want the wave to be here or here. This is fine. Honestly, I think the rest of the game doesn't matter too much. You played your part. At this point, your team just needs to match Fiora. She has Divine Sunder. There's nothing you can really do. Do you know how to do the Ornn combo? Basically, you just... If you land the Q, it has to hit. They're guaranteed slow. So what you do is you Q, immediately ult, then E, and I messed that up, that's fine. Then you W afterwards for the final Brittle, because Brittle procs twice on them. So it's Q, ult, E. I actually messed that up there. I canceled my auto, but you get the picture. There was actually like one time where you could have done that on the Fiora, but I didn't want to like call it out unless you actually knew how to do it. It's so much damage. It's so much damage. That's like the key to winning some Ornn matchups, is like you just catch them out of position just once. And if you have Ignite, then they're so dead. Yep. It is a very good combo. Yep. Later.